Right now, someone is winning at your expense because they know something you were never meant to find out. And you have been playing by rules that were designed to keep you exactly where you are. Think about the last time you were passed over, the last time someone took credit for your effort, the last time you stayed silent when you should have spoken, because you were told that good things come to those who wait, that honesty is always the best policy, that if you just keep your head down and do the right thing, the world will eventually reward you. It didn't, did it? That is not a coincidence. That is a system, and it is working exactly as intended, just not for you. You were raised on a mythology. Be kind, be humble, be patient. And while you were busy being all of those things, someone else was studying power. Someone else was learning how the world actually operates, not how we wish it did, not how we were told it does, but how it truly, ruthlessly functions beneath the surface. And they used that knowledge to climb, to win, to take. You were not supposed to know this, but today, that changes. 500 years ago, a man sat in a small farmhouse in Italy, stripped of everything, his title, his power, his freedom. He had been tortured, exiled, forgotten by the very rulers he had served. And in that silence, in that darkness, Niccolò Machiavelli wrote what would become the most dangerous book in human history. Not because it was evil, but because it was honest. Because it said out loud what the powerful had always known and never dared to speak. He wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." They called him a devil. They banned his work. They whispered his name like a curse, because the moment ordinary men understood what Machiavelli understood, the game could never be the same. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. What you are about to hear is not a philosophy for criminals. It is a map for survivors, for men who are done being outmaneuvered, for men who are ready to see the board clearly for the first time in their lives. The first rule is this: your predictability is your greatest vulnerability. When people can predict you, they can manage you. They know you will stay silent. They know you will forgive. They know you will show up even when you are not respected, because that is what you have always done. Machiavelli saw this clearly. The prince who is always merciful trains his people to take his mercy for granted. The man who is always available teaches the world that his time has no value. Introduce uncertainty into your behavior, not chaos, strategy. Let people wonder, let them recalibrate. The moment you become unpredictable, you reclaim power. The third lesson cuts deeper. Machiavelli knew that the appearance of virtue is often more powerful than virtue itself. This is not a license to lie. This is a warning that the world judges you not on what you are, but on what you project. You can be the most competent, most loyal, most hard-working man in the room, and if you carry yourself like you need validation, the room will treat you accordingly. Your posture is a signal. Your silence is a signal. Your willingness to accept disrespect without consequence is the loudest signal of all. Reframe how you present yourself, not as performance, but as standard. You are not asking for a seat at the table. You are deciding whether the table is worth your time. Know that my presence is the offer. Take it or leave it. The fourth principle is about alliances, and this one will sting. Not everyone in your corner is in your corner. Machiavelli warned that men are driven by two forces, fear and desire, and those who smile at you while wanting what you have will always, eventually, act in their own interest. This is not cynicism, this is clarity. Study who benefits when you succeed and who quietly benefits when you fail. The man who cannot identify his enemies wears them as friends. Audit your circle, not with paranoia, with precision. Ask yourself who in your life has ever been genuinely threatened by your growth. That answer will tell you everything you need to know. The fifth rule is about timing, and this is where most men lose. Effort without timing is noise. Machiavelli called it fortuna, the current of circumstance. And he said the wise man does not fight the current, he reads it, he waits, he moves when the moment opens, not when his emotions demand it. You have probably acted too fast out of anger, too slow out of fear. The discipline of timing means learning to sit inside discomfort without reacting, without exposing your hand until the moment is yours. Patience is not passivity. Patience is a predator waiting for the right step. The sixth principle is the one they never teach you. Control the narrative, or the narrative controls you. Every environment you enter has a story being told about who matters and who doesn't. If you are not actively shaping how others perceive you, someone else is doing it for you, and rarely in your favor. This does not mean self-promotion in the shallow sense. It means consistency of character. It means showing up the same way under pressure as you do when everything is calm. It means that when people talk about you when you are not in the room, the story they tell is the one you built, deliberately, quietly, over time. The seventh and final rule is the one Machiavelli paid for with his exile, with his suffering, with his very freedom, and it is simply this: never depend entirely on one source of power, not one employer, not one relationship, not one skill, not one source of income, not one person's approval. The man who becomes indispensable in only one place has handed that place total control over his life. Diversify your power. Build redundancy into your existence, because the moment you can walk away, the moment you genuinely do not need any single thing or person to survive, everything changes. Your posture changes. Your decisions change. The way others treat you changes. Independence is not just a financial condition, it is a psychological state, and it is the foundation of every lesson Machiavelli ever wrote. Drop this in the comments. The moment I didn't need it, it started coming to me. You came here because something wasn't adding up, because you have been doing everything right and still losing ground. Because somewhere deep inside you, a voice has been telling you that the version of the world you were handed, it was incomplete. That voice was correct. The old you is dead. The version of you that apologized for having standards, that stayed small to make others comfortable, that gave his loyalty to people who were counting its limits, that man is gone, and he is not coming back. You are a weapon, pointed at your own future. Every lesson, every hard moment, every time you were passed over or overlooked, it was not punishment, it was pressure. And pressure does not destroy iron, it forges it. You belong to no one, not to a system that benefits from your confusion, not to a relationship that requires your weakness, not to a version of yourself built by people who needed you manageable. You are a sovereign, and from this point forward, every decision you make will reflect that. Drop this in the comments. I was built for this, they just didn't want me to know it. If this channel speaks to the part of you that is done being naive, done being outmaneuvered, then the decision to stay is yours. No pressure, no manipulation, just the question, do you want to keep seeing clearly, or do you want to go back to sleep?